Hi there and welcome back to Blueprints for Little Spaces. I'm your host Marisa Becker, and today's episode is one of those that might shift the way you see your child's room forever. Because if you've ever walked into your child's room and felt overwhelmed, stressed, or even a little defeated, it's not just the mess, it's not just the toys, it's the environment itself. Today I want to show you how the layout of your child's room, like the flow, the movement, the visual space, actually shapes how your child feels and behaves every single day. And to explain it, we're going to step into a little mental picture together, the garden path. Let's dive in. Okay, now I want you to picture this. You step into a beautiful garden. The flowers are gorgeous, the trees are full, but there's no path. You don't know where to step. You're tripping over roots, dodging puddles, trying not to crush delicate plants. Very quickly, what could have been peaceful becomes stressful. Now imagine that same garden, but with a gentle, winding path laid out clearly. You know where to go. You can slow down, you can breathe, you can notice the beauty. Your child's room works the exact same way. When there's no clear path, when beds, toys, desks and shelves are randomly placed, kids feel disoriented, overwhelmed and even anxious. But when the room flows naturally, they feel calm, focused and safe. Okay, so now you might wonder, but is this really important? Now, let me tell you why room flow matters. When kids walk into their room and can't tell where things belong, when toys are scattered randomly, when furniture cuts through walking space and walls are shouting with color or posters or patterns, that space doesn't just look chaotic, it feels chaotic. And children, especially younger ones, often don't have the tools to express that in words. So, it shows up in other ways. Meltdowns during cleanup, struggling to fall asleep, bouncing between activities, or just feeling scattered, hyper, or irritable. But when you create flow, when there's a calm rhythm to the space and your child knows where to move, where to rest, where to play, suddenly the whole room supports their emotional regulation. It grounds them. It gently guides them. So how do we create that garden path in real life? Let's break it down into 3 simple steps. Okay, so let's start with step 1. Clear the visual noise. Let's start with what our eyes see, because your child takes in so much of their space visually. Think back to that chaotic garden. There's beauty, but you can't see it because there's too much going on. It's the same in a room. When there's stuff on every surface, open shelves overflowing with toys, and every wall has a poster, a drawing, or a pop of bright color, the brain is working overtime just to process it all. And for kids, that can quickly become overstimulating. So how do we clear the visual noise? Here are a few quick ideas. Number 1, group toys together neatly. Instead of random piles, create small bins or baskets with labels or pictures. Then number 2, simplify the walls. Choose 1 or 2 art pieces of calming prints. If your child loves decorating with drawing, hang a dedicated pin board or wire where they can rotate new art. And then number 3, choose calm tones with 1 or 2 accents. If the room already has a bold bedding or wallpaper, keep the rest of the palette soft and neutral. This isn't about making the room Pinterest perfect, it's about helping your child's eyes and brain rest. Visual simplicity equals mental simplicity. Okay, now on to step 2. Create clear walking paths. Next, let's talk movement. If you've ever stubbed your toe on a toy truck or done a hopscotch routine to get across the room without stepping on a Lego, you already know walking paths do matter. But for your child, it's not just about comfort, it's about confidence. When they can move freely through their space, they feel in control. So here's how to create those garden path style walkways. Allow 60 to 75 centimeters between furniture pieces. So that's roughly the width your child needs to walk comfortably. And it's surprisingly easy to block without noticing. Then, avoid putting large items near the entrance. Let the door swing open fully and make sure there's a clear view into the room. That helps kids feel welcome and oriented. Then, don't block natural light. Where possible, keep windows unobstructed. Light is grounding. So walk into the room like you've never been in there before. How does your body move? Do you twist, turn, squeeze, or pause? If yes, that's your cue to shift something. Okay, now on to step 3. Guide with purposeful zones. The last piece is this. Your child's room should guide them. Just like a garden path gently leads you from one area to another, a shaded bench here, a fountain over there, your room can do the same. Kids thrive when spaces have clear purpose. So break the room into 2 or 3 defined zones. Number 1, the sleep zone. This is the quietest area, so try to keep toys out of arm's reach. Keep the bedding calm, use soft lighting like a night light or a warm lamp. This is where their body learns. I rest here. Then number 2, the play zone. This can be colorful, energetic and full of life, but still contained. Use a playmat, a rug or shelf to mark the boundary. Bins or baskets make cleanup easier. So this is where their body learns. I explore here. And then number 3, the study or the create zone. If your child has a desk, art table or reading nook, this is their focus area. So try to position it near natural light if possible and keep the tools and books they need nearby and remove any distractions. This is where their body will learn, I focus here. So you don't need walls or expensive furniture to create zones. You just need intention and a little consistency. Okay, now your quick challenge for today. Walk the room. Today when your child is at school or playing, walk into the room. But don't clean, don't organize, just observe. Pretend you're walking through that garden path and ask yourself, can I move smoothly through this space? Where do I get stuck? Is there one chaos corner that could use attention? Do the zones feel obvious or jumbled? Sometimes it's not a major makeover that's needed. It's just a small shift in a bookshelf, a toy basket moved to the other side, or removing one extra poster that's visually shouting from the wall. Those micro adjustments can change everything. Okay, now, do you want help laying out your garden path? If you're listening to this thinking, Marisa, this sounds amazing, but my kids' room is a mess and I have no idea where to start, then you are not alone. That is exactly why my room roadmap consultations are for. In just 30 minutes, we'll walk through your room virtually, look at photos together and create a flow that works for your space. One that feels calm, functional and totally doable. You can just DM me the word plan on Instagram, or you can head to the link in the description below to book your spot. You don't need to figure it out on your own. I'd love to help you lay out that path and bring more peace into your child's space. Thank you for listening to Blueprints for Little Spaces. And remember, small changes can make a big impact. Happy designing!